Yo, it's your boy Ado, Shapeshifters Team 1 is here. We're going to be doing a quick review, dissecting some of the players. We've got a lot of new changes that look very good. Kevin and Barbies is one of the standout players there, as is Riyad Mahrez. Obviously, the front three there are the best three, supposedly, but they obviously cost, I think Messi's going for like 9.5 million. I saw one of them, which is just absolutely mad. So, we start from the top, work our way down. Lionel Messi, nothing I need to say about him. Get him if you can. I don't know if you can afford that, but if you can, go for it. Marcelo, 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. He's more suited as a cam than he actually was a left back on this game. He's unbelievable. He's going for like 1.5 million, which is mental as well. But obviously, if you can fit him in your team, go ahead and buy him. David Luiz is heavily overpriced at 2 million in my opinion. People were using a centre back and switching it in game to a CDM. There's not a huge difference between both the cards, so I think it's overpriced considering it's only got 3-star, but it's up to you if you want to buy him as well. He's going to be one of the best CDMs on the game without a doubt. Dries Mertens and Wissam Ben Yedder, you know what you're getting from them because they've had about 100 different versions already this year. They're very good. I don't know whether their position changes are a benefit anymore because you've got players like road to the final Dembele on right wing and you've got Neymar on left wing or like inform Mbappe. So I don't know whether it's really worth picking them up at the moment. Riyad Mahrez, we'll go ahead and actually look at his stats because for me he's one of the players I'm looking at. He's probably best with a hunter card because you want to max out the sort of acceleration and give him more sprint speed. He's got insane curve. He's got good dribbling, good agility. You don't need to buff none of that, and his stamina is good. His work rate was his biggest downside for me before, so now they've changed that. That's very good. And obviously, it's a 5-star baller, so you can do all the best skill moves you want with him. And I think for 550k is pretty good, to be honest, especially the sort of players that he can link with. We've got Henrik Mkhitaryan as well. His downside is probably going to be the fact that once you put something like a hunter on him, his finish is still 88. It's not that great, and 87 agility is not that good at this sort of stage of the game, but he's got insane curve. He'd be a pretty good cam on the game as well. 150k is actually pretty good price for him, I have to admit. Lucas Moura, really looking forward to this card all game long, and it's annoying that it's a right mid, so I'm not going to get him in my team. I mean, if I had that much as a sub, he's going to be the one I go for. But yeah, I don't have that sort of coins around. 4-star. He's a very good card. I mean, I think a Hawk suits him the most. Give him a bit of sprint speed, buff his shooting stats, a bit of strength and aggression as well. We've also got Jeffrey Kondogbia. He's a centre back now. I don't think it's worth getting. He's got like 72, 73 acceleration at this sort of stage of the game. Everything is sort of pace related. You're going to want a faster centre back, definitely. So for 530k, I can't believe it's going for that much at the moment. I know it's weekend league at the moment, so prices are fluctuating a bit higher than they usually would be come Monday. Marcus Acuna looks like a pretty good card as well. Maybe slap a shadow on him. He's got really good dribbling, agility. He's strong, aggressive. Looks like a really great card if I'm honest with you. His only downside is the finishing as a centre mid, but because he's got high, he'll bump forward a bit, but that doesn't matter that much with the shot power and long shots that he's got, so it's a good card as well, I have to admit. Don't actually know his price at the moment. Renato Sanchez and Hateboa, if that's how you pronounce his name. He's a right back. He looks pretty good. He's got like 75 agility, which isn't that great, so it's not the best right back on the game. The best thing about him is that he's Dutch, so he can link with like Van Dijk, De Jong, those sort of players, but his actual club Atlanta's not the easiest player to link others with, but obviously Serie A is. So Renato Sanchez, he's a left back now. 4-star is good. He's not that quick on this game. Well, his left back version ain't anyway, but with a shadow, it's a pretty good card. He's not the best left back by any means at this stage of the game. He plays for Lille, which is quite hard to link, but he's in a good league and is Portuguese Ronaldo. So Kevin and Barbie, for me, he's probably the best affordable player that they've released so far. I mean, for 640k, you're essentially getting the best CDM. That's non-icon on the game. He's strong, he's fast, he's 6 foot, he's got high defensive, he's got crazy agility, okay dribbling. I mean, I can just go on all day about him. His only downsides is going to be his shooting stats with the red finishing. don't worry about those, they don't matter. But yeah, he's finishing. I don't know why they gave him crazy attacking positioning, but not any sort of finishing. But apart from that, if you can ignore that and just use him for what he is, which is an unbelievable CDM, then I mean, try and get him if you can. Obviously, he plays for the Bundesliga as well, or in the Bundesliga, so it's not that difficult to link players around him. We've got Atal, which was a very popular SBC at right back previously, 540k. I think it's a bit overpriced. I don't know what you'd like to run on him. You can literally put anything you want on him. Probably a lot of people will go for maybe a Hawk, something like that. Give him a bit more pace, give him a bit more shooting and a bit more strength. Or I don't know, if you're not that bothered about his pace, then maybe go for a Deadeye, which you can buff his curve a bit. He's got 5-star weak foot and 4-star skills, which is very good as well. Florian Kainz is an average cam at best. He's nothing special at this stage. And again, there's not much to say about him. 4-star, 5-star is probably the highlight of him, and he's not the easiest player to link. He's Austrian and plays for FC Köln. We've got Nandes here, which is a centre-back at this sort of stage of the game as well. He's not that great. He played in the Serie A, which is okay, but his team and nationality makes it quite difficult to link. His biggest downside is his 5'8" centre-back. And there's one player I missed out as well, actually. Idris Gueye. He's 5'9" as a centre-back. I also believe the same reason for that. It's just not worth having him in your team at this stage of the game. Maybe someone like Cannavaro would be worth it, but not those. They're not like rapid either. So that's the end of my little review on the Shapeshifters. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Give me some feedback on it, or if you've got any other questions as well. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That leaves me one more thing to say. Safe.